We are just south of Pioneer Square here in the great northwest city of Seattle at newly named Lumen Field, home of the 12s. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Seattle Seahawks. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They go play action here on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Off the play fake. Dowling. He's got him in. Complete. And he is finally forced out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. It's a big play there for Seattle. 46 yards.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one, and there's an example on this first possession of the game.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. To about the 26 here. The Seahawks had a woeful 2-9 on the year. They were losers their last time out. Trying to get back in the win column, but obviously not an easy task here in a hostile environment.
Yeah, always tough to win away from home. But sometimes what you do is you use these types of games as bonding experiences and carry that into the contest.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Dowling. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Will Dissly, his first touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point up and good by Garibay. And it's now a 7-0 game. Bay back out there now to send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. Harris starts the drive on the ground, and he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Slot man moves right. Harris going to get it again on second down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They go backwards there 2 yards, and second and 1 is now third and 3.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. The center receiver in motion to the right. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to fourth down. So opening drive, 3 straight runs, unable to pick up the first.
I know the fans want to see first downs, but guess what? The coaches have reasons for what they're doing. Sometimes they've scripted it, and some of these runs, while they haven't been successful now, they may be successful later on.
So possession goes over here on the punt, and it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Downing. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. The sack by Jordan Willis.
What a quick start to the drive, but not for the team that really needed it. In only a few seconds, the opposing QB found himself on the turf, and the defense is celebrating 2nd and long.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. In motion goes the tight end. Off play action. Dowling steps away to his left. He'll fire one downfield for Fant. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Malik Hooker. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him. And what I mean by that is what you said. 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the 1st down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
And it's caught. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Travis Kelce, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point put through by Boswell. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing. Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. They get this to Smith on the jet sweep. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds. Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. He gets a good chunk of yards there, 8 all told, but they're still looking at a 4th down. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
7-7, our score after 1. Here's 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of a tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Hey, kill! 47! Here we go, 46.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. They just get the play off. Now Prescott.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Tanner Muse with it. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football.
It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds.
It's a gain of 15, first down Seahawks.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side, the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
41 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another first down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
The right side going to be caught by Hardman. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback?
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Off the play fake. Downing. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Johnson.
And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Johnson. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Ty Johnson, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point up and good by Garibay. And that makes the score 14-7. Garibay back out there now to send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous. And that's caught inside the 35. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation. Knowing when it exists to go to it, they did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there. Oh, it's out. McKinnon fumbled it. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. The first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll try the right side with Harris. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now Prescott. Going right side, he finds Slayton. And he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the first down. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. So on 4th down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Boswell's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. Jerick McKinnon to take it out of the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
62 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Off play action. Dowling. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Off the play fake. Dowling.
Open man is Denzel Mims. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Off play action. Dowling.
Out to the flat here for Johnson.
And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a fourth down?
On fourth down, they're going to try the jet sweep. Now the gadget play here on fourth down winds up backfiring. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. Well, their first fourth down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any fourth down stop is a big momentum play.
On play action, Prescott. They'll roll him out right. And he's going to go out of bounds. Gigantic loss. Kept retreating, steps out. That goes down as a sack and a big loss of yardage.
So when the defense complains about having to do pursuit drills in the heat of training camp, plug in this play. Excellent pursuit. Force the quarterback out of the pocket. He ends up trying to run for it. Instead, he goes out of bounds and loses yardage. That goes down as a sack for the defense.
That was signaling a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Play fake. Here's Prescott. He's got a man. Complete.
Oh, he's going to be brought down there in the field of play, and the clock will run. No timeouts. They will not have the chance to bring out the field goal unit.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one. So now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game. And down the stretch, being able to be balanced. Either throw it or run it and try and win this ball game.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Prescott.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football.
That is a tough way to start the 3rd quarter. You get the football, hoping to drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give them the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their minds. But there's a long way to go in this game. You know, they've just got to find a way to come back one play at a time. Yes, it's a cliche, but they can get it done.
Now left side on the swing pass. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Off the play fake. Downing. This pass going to be, the ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. If the ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
He'll drop this down to Johnson underneath. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. At that time, they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Gets it to Hardman, a jet sweep. And some room to roam now. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook. And I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays. These guys look like running backs even though they're playing out on the perimeter.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 5-yard line now. 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Downing. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Will Dissly with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game.
And the Seahawks have retaken a 3rd quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Garibay.
And that will make this a 4-point game.
Garibay back out there now to send this one away.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game,
And Prescott, his third interception. And the Seahawks are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
That is now seven interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. They try the left side with Johnson. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. 81 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Well executed there on second down, so do you go back to the air on third?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in long-distance situation. You might come back again, because I doubt they believe you'll do it a second time.
On third down, Johnson. And they're going to stop him short of the first down as he's tackled at about the 21. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a 4th down now. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the second time. Good coverage there, an even 50-yard punt. Leads to a return of 5.
And they will take over first and 10.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. To throw is Prescott. Caught, Kelsey, left side.
Finding space at the 40.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
And I feel a little bit like a traitor as a former defender, because that big man did not want to go down and refused to go down. If you're a defender and you don't get the right angle on a big tight end like him, he can run right through you like you're not even there, and he did a lot of that on that play.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. On first and 10, Prescott.
That's swung out wide to Harris. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch, I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Harris running straight ahead.
And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
Jordan Brooks on the tackle.
3 quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6. Throwing, Prescott.
He'll get this one to Kelsey. That's complete.
And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. That's good for 28 yards.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott.
The throw out to Ross. He's got it.
Touchdown! 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott.
And the Steelers have taken a fourth quarter lead.
Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Oh, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He gets it left side of Johnson. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Now that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. On the give, this is Harris. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. This is caught. And eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Now they send a man in motion right.
47.
Now Prescott. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked up by Caden Stearns. And the Seahawks are right back in this football game.
Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
I think the reason this play is so successful is not just the blocking at the point of attack, but how about the speed at which he takes the handoff? He's in motion already, so he's not coming from a flat start like a running back often is. He's at a full run by the time he gets the football.
That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding call.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. A gain of 8 there on the play, and that will bring up second down. Off play action. Dowling. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. He's up now to 80 yards receiving in the ball game, and he's got a first down. Up the middle, Johnson. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Off the play fake. Dowling.
He'll get that complete to Parkinson.
And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
In today's NFL, we're accustomed to the tight end getting downfield and creating plays and wreaking a little havoc in the secondary. Not on this one, though. They diagnosed that one really well.
Tried the dump off, lost yardage. They're going to run the jet sweep on 3rd down. Yeah, this won't be enough. Stop the yard short after a gain of 3, 4th down. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1. In motion, the tight end. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
They hand this off to Harris. And he stopped immediately there. So no gain on the play. They'll decline the penalty to not give him the down back.
And were you thinking to yourself that maybe they would take the yardage there?
Yeah,
because
possibly.
I definitely was. But as you noted, maybe they're just looking at the downs chart and saying, okay, we're comfortable where we are.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Going deep here for Allen. He's got it inside the 10. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. Now Prescott. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on first and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
Here's Prescott. And this one's caught. And their fourth quarter lead grows by a couple more. So they go with a pass there on the two-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their two-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have two-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on fourth down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a fourth down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
Here's Johnson again on second down.
3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
Let's go.
Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting third down so far this year. They're the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on third and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on third down.
Gets it to Hardman, a jet sweep. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. They go to Johnson again. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the fourth. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that is incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's a 20th carry for Johnson. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. 9 yards on the carry there, but it'll be fourth down now. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. send the tight end in motion. On fourth down, Dowling. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. Fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by Malik Hooker.
And the Steelers come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now